Alright everybody, how you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I hope this finds you in some good health. I want to give you guys a triple T. My topic I want to cover is mental toughness. This one's been a tough one for me to cover because it's hard to describe. Everybody I feel deals with mental toughness in different ways. Um, and there's a lesson you can take. Did the CU, that was really great. I highly recommend it. Um, but I feel like the best way to go over this is actually share my experience with this. And you'll have to take this for love because I'm terrible at doing this, terrible at sharing my stuff or anything about me. I don't really like let people in. So during the lesson of CEU I took, you learn some pretty neat things throughout. Um, Two things that I would like to cover real quick before I get into my story that did help me is the breathing technique and a self-talk technique that they use. Just a breathing technique. It's real simple. You just try to quiet yourself down. Just breathe in, breathe out. When that stress is starting to mount. And then I paired that with positive self-talk. The reason why I had to do all this is because I've been so detached from everyone. I've been MIA for, you know, I don't know how long now, maybe a month. But it was okay. Well, this shutdown thing's really tough on me. I mean, it was really tough on me because um, I guess it all started when I was young. I had to get a job to help provide and pay bills and get food for my siblings. And that's just what I was taught to do. That's what men do, provide, that's what they have to take care of everybody else. So when the shutdown happened, it's actually my first time working since I was a little kid. And it was really rough on me. I was in a bad spot. You wouldn't recognize me. It was a brief window in my life where I could actually say I was not doing well. I um I was going through a lot mentally. I was shutting down. Just because I felt like a failure. I wasn't doing what I wanted to be able to do for my family. I wasn't providing, wasn't bringing home the bacon, wasn't doing my job. And as you start to see the bank account dwindle, it just added to the stress. So, I used those two techniques I learned, and it was a journey. I was on a journey, and it's something that I've learned from and continue to learn from even to this day. I remember the Zoom meeting that we had, and everybody was in there talking, asking about this, that, and the other. And I just stayed quiet. I couldn't really talk, couldn't really put on a facade that I was okay. So I just didn't say anything. And I remember Beth was saying, "Hey, I think Joey's got us on mute, blah, blah, blah." But it was the fact that I just couldn't say anything because of the state of mind I was in at that time. I was just beat down. And the thing that really helped dig me out of that was, those two topics I had talked about earlier, but just realizing, taking the positives out of what I could. And it was a great spiritual journey I went on because instead of looking at, okay, I'm not going out and earning income, not bringing home that bacon, but my daughter learned how to ride her bike without training wheels. My son, who's afraid of his shadow at times, is now a little bit braver and way more adventurous and wild because he gets to hang out with his dad now. My littlest daughter is loving having me around. I'm surprised she's not be with me right now. Um, my wife's loving me being able to help out. Um, with the kids, with her, everything. So I had to look at those aspects and rather than what wasn't occurring, I had to count my blessings, as they say. And yeah, sure, the stress of not working is bothering you at me at times, and it might be bothering you too. But we'll get through this. So what I learned was there's no right or wrong way to deal with things, as long as the way you deal with them helps you get through it in a positive way. Like I was saying, there's no right or wrong. So for me, the self-talk, the breathing techniques, counting your blessings, so to speak, that really took, my perspective off of the failing and looked at what I can do. And now I'm sharing my story now to try and help somebody else. That's another thing I feel like I can do. I felt like I couldn't do anything for anybody else because of what I was in. But now I could tell people, hey, we'll get through this together. We'll make it. What doesn't kill you will make you stronger. If there is anything I could personally do for anybody, whether it's you guys may want to learn more about the lesson about the mental toughness CEU, I could help you with that. I felt like the story would be a little bit more in depth, maybe a little bit more personal. I don't get to share much. Well, I don't get to. I don't really share much. Period. So I figured this would kind of give you a little bit of insight about me too, because I do view everybody as family. And as awkward and as hard as this is to do right now, even as I sit to you now, it's kind of awkward. I feel like it would help me grow, but it also, lets you see a little bit more about me, and hopefully it helps. And maybe if it's just one person, that's great. That's worth it to me. So I hope that this goes well for everybody. And there they are. I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Be strong during this time. Like I said, if you need me for anything, and I can do it, I'll do it. Much love to everybody. Stay strong, and I'll see you guys again soon. All right.